DISC test has identified investigator as your behavioral trait. From an emotions perspective, you're a dispassionate type of person. You demonstrate a lot of self-discipline. You're the type of person who can control themselves, who is self-disciplined about what they do. You probably keep your lawn fairly nice. You are probably make sure that you're on time for things, and you're, from an emotional perspective, you're not jumping up and down and entering the room mouth first kind of thing when you go to a party. That's not who you are. Your goals in life are to attain power through formal roles and positions of authority. You want to be appointed to these positions because of the fact that you are this kind of person. You are self-disciplined, and you have the ability to be able to perform at a disciplined level. And you have a tendency to judge others through the use of factual information. You influence others through determination and tenacity. You just go for it, and you make sure that you're on it all the time. And you will influence others by doing that, by showing them what discipline is all about, and having them to follow and move along with you in that way. You have a lot of value to an organization. You offer a comprehensive follow-through. You work determinedly on tasks individually or in a small group, in either one, but you're the person that's the go-to person when they need to have somebody to follow through, where the tasks, there's a lot of tasks, they're sophisticated and complicated, there's a lot to it. You're the person that you can depend on to get all that stuff done because of this disciplined behavior of yours. But you might have a tendency to overuse bluntness. You might be a little suspicious of others, because especially when they don't seem to be as disciplined as you are, because you judge them by whether or not they use factual information, and you tend to look at them with a little bit of a jaundiced eye if you're they're not living up to your expectations in this area. Under pressure, you'll tend to internalize conflict. You'll hold on to grudges. Something happens in the past, you'll have a tendency to hold on to that and to remember it, and to get a little historical on people, and to remember every little thing that went wrong. And so that's something that you can definitely work on in your life, and tend to move that behavior towards something more positive. You're an objective and analytical, dispassionate. You're the anchor of reality in people's lives. So in your family, you're the person that they go to when they're wondering, okay, what's going on in this particular area? You'll be the anchor of reality for them. You're generally undemonstrative. In other words, you're calm and steady, and you pursue an independent path toward a fixed goal. So you have things set in your life, you have goals, and you take a look at those in the future, and you're dispassionate about it, but you're determined. You make those moves, and you're disciplined in your approach to them. You seek a clear purpose or goal for which you can develop an orderly plan and organize your actions. So you're looking at trying to, once you set a goal, you want to put together a series of tasks that you can use to accomplish that goal, which means not only do you have a goal in front of you, but you have a whole series of tasks that are going to get you to that goal. And one thing you can do to improve that is when you set up tasks, is also establish some standards by which you can measure, are the tasks being done properly? Are you headed toward that goal in a way that's going to achieve what it is you really want to achieve? Investigators fight tenaciously to achieve your objectives. So no matter what it is you're doing, you're going to be moving toward it, and you're going to be tenacious about your approach to it. Intervention is sometimes necessary to change direction with you. You're the kind of person that you're kind of dogged and determined toward going to a certain direction. When you get a little bit too much pressure in that direction, it might require someone to intervene in your life, and to be able to say, look, this is not where we're going. We need to go this other direction for these reasons. So when that happens, just realize that it's just part of who you are. Your behavior is that you move toward that direction with a dogged determination. So remember, there's going to be people who are going to have to intervene, especially in your work life, and you're going to want to learn to accept this, to prepare others ahead of time and let them know that it's okay to do that because you're a determined person. They'll appreciate that, and it'll actually turn into a positive for you. And you know, people are going to perceive you as a little bit stubborn and as a little bit opinionated. That's okay. Just let them know that it's because, hey, when you get your mind set on something, that your face is headed toward a direction, that's who you are, that's the way you work. Just let them know ahead of time that they can work with you to work through this. You respond to raw logic rather than emotion. So when you're looking to make decisions, tell people that around you also that you need to have logic, you need to have absolutes, you need to have things that you can work with that'll help you to make decisions, that you don't respond to emotion as much. Help them to understand who you are, and they'll do well to work with you and to help move you towards your goals. You're not necessarily a people pleaser either, and you might prefer to work alone. But remember, even though you're not a people pleaser, even though you like to work alone, people that perceive you that way and might see that take as a negative, just let them know that, hey, it's who you are. You're task-oriented. That's what makes you so good at what you do, and that you don't mean to be offensive, that kind of thing. Let people know. You're not going to be the kind of person that's going to like to have a lot of conversation about this kind of thing, but this is imperative. It's important that you do this so that people understand. You're a very powerful person, and people need to be able to count on you, and they will count on you, but they also need to know that you're approachable, that they can work with you. You can be perceived as cold and blunt and tactless, but again, let people know that that's not how you feel, that's how you are, that's how you get things done. Because you value your own thinking ability, you value others by how they use facts and logic. So you'll be, especially around the sales type people, the people who are outgoing, the sanguine type personalities are going to be a little bit frustrating for you, because you're not going to necessarily value people who are emotional in their approach to things. You're going to value facts and logic. Let people know that. Let people know that you're about facts. You're about understanding the logic behind things, and that helps you get things done. And understand that other people have value also. Just because they don't have the facts and logic doesn't mean that they aren't valuable. It just means that they have a different approach to life than you do. In personal interactions, develop a greater understanding of people, especially others' emotions. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, is watch for other people's emotions. When you see something you don't like, or when you see that when it makes you a little nervous, talk to that person. Let them know who you are, how you operate, and what it's all about. Let them know that you're not emotionally pushing them away, and that you actually need interaction with people like them to help you see things that you have on your blind side. Okay, here's some action items. You could improve your effectiveness in life with more flexibility. Learn to be a little bit more flexible. Learn to analyze the issues from different perspectives that come to you so that you can be a little bit more flexible. Be acceptant of others. These people who are the emotional types that frustrate you a little bit, when they come along, learn to enjoy their humor. Find the things in them. Look for the things you like in them. Not looking for the things that are logic-oriented or fact-oriented. Look for things that you can enjoy, the things that would entertain you, and so that you can have a lot of fun with them. And it'll make them more acceptable, and you'll be able to accept them better. And become personally involved with others. Take a look at things that you can get involved with others. Ask people why questions. Ask them questions about how they feel about things. Those are emotion questions, but they're important questions. If you don't ask those type of questions, you'll never get to know people who are the emotional types, which you actually need to interact with and to help you reach and accomplish your goals. This is your behavioral trait investigator.